Hello everyone, it is June 24th, 2022, and this is a pretty exciting thing for me to show you guys. This is going to be my new work area, kind of the nerd cave. I don't even know what to call it yet. Basically I have this entire room in a semi-finished basement, so this is probably, how big is this room? Let's see, let me step. Kind of measure with my feet here. I'd say it's about 10 by 12. 10 by 12 room. It is semi-finished, as you can see. At one point it was more finished, then they took stuff down, so it would need some kind of ceiling if I wanted it to look nice, but they put drywall up, they painted it, it's got heat, for goodness sakes. This is a basement. I mean, I've never had a basement room that's had actual heat purposely put in it, so that's kind of nice. And I think it's got 3 outlets in here, which is fine, that's enough. And yeah, this is exactly the kind of room that I wanted for not an office, but a computer work area. So in the past, when I lived with my parents, my entire office, bedroom, computer collection, all that kind of stuff was in one room. Then I moved to an apartment. Then I had a bedroom and an office separate, but the office doubled as a computer mess room as well. And then things got a little bit more separated at the last house that I was living at. So I had my own bedroom, shared bedroom, but had a bedroom and an office that was separate, but the office was shared. And I had a downstairs area that was technically a computer mess room, but also doubled as a storage area. This house, there are no compromises of any kind for what I'd like to have set up. I have a bedroom, I have an upstairs office, which I am purposely using also as a display area for some of the nicer computers that I have and some of the setups. So like right now I have the iMac G3, iMac G4, and my XP machine up there, and they're set up, all the time, so that whenever I want to use one, I can just turn it on and use it. And that is exactly what I wanted. Which means I have this entire room, which is about a 10 by 12 room, in one corner of my basement, which by the way is freaking massive. I have no idea what I'm going to do with all of this space. On the other side of this door, you can probably hear it. I've got the washer, the dryer, and then all of this room back here, which goes to that wall that you can kind of see there, the furnace and the water heater. So like there's a bunch of storage for tools and crap. I should have turned on the light. There's more storage here, which, by the way, this door passes through. It's gonna end up being a full house tour, I know it. Passes through to this. So like, I've been storing paper towels and some of my larger kitchen electrics in there. So all I have to do is walk from the kitchen, which is right there, down here, grab stuff, kind of like a pantry. Kind of strange how they set it up, but I'm all for it. It's actually kind of a neat little idea. So let's shut that so it's a little more quiet. So, okay, yeah, this is gonna end up being more of a house tour than I had expected. I can already feel it. So this house was sold as 1,000 square feet, 3 bed, 2 bath, which is true. But it's also got a little bit more to it than that. It can't be sold as such because downstairs here, this is a below grade, it's I don't know what to call it. The basement of the house is below grade. So like the ground is right here and the rest of it is below grade. In order for a house to have this area down here qualify as usable living space, it needs to have a door like this that is on this level that leads outside. And the only egress outside is up through these stairs, which cuts through the main house. So technically it can't be sold as a 2,000 square foot house, which is what it really is, because this entire basement, which is semi-finished and was finished fully at one point, is the whole footprint of the house. It's also technically a 4-bedroom because this room was used as a bedroom at one point, and if you really wanted to, you could convert the other half of the basement, which I'll show you in a minute, into a bedroom or two, because there is a lot of space there. And yeah, it would be this is a really big house. And obviously I toured the house, I looked through it, I knew what I was getting, but it wasn't until I really started living here and looking around the house that I realized, wow, there is a lot of potential here. So anyway, let me finish up this room before I forget. So this was a bedroom at some point, but I'm gonna make it into a little computer mess room of sorts, and kind of a computer storage room. Only computer stuff in this room. All the household storage is gonna go there, and maybe some of it over there. Probably not, though. I don't have that much household stuff to store. So my plans for this room: first of all, put in some kind of carpet. It doesn't have to be anything special. I just don't want it to be this concrete floor. And that's just dirt. That's nothing to worry about. So put in some carpet, probably put in something for a ceiling. I don't really know what to do here. I think like a drop ceiling would probably be easiest. I wouldn't want to do drywall because then I lose all access to like all wiring up here and all vents. So I don't really want to do that. But I don't really know what to do. So ceiling to be determined. This little bump here, I think I would like to build some 2x4 shelving. Put it up here, maybe tie it into the wall because it's a pretty good width. What is it? It's trying to measure by standing here. It's probably about 5 feet across and 3 feet deep, maybe a little bit more, and it goes all the way to the ceiling, of course. So I'd like to build in some shelving there, nothing pretty, just functional shelving, and use that to store a bulk of any of the stuff I have. And I'd like, at least for now, and I'm saying this so that I hold myself to it, I'd like to keep this place, this little alcove here, I'd like that to be the only storage of computer stuff I have. So like old machines, monitors, parts, everything should be stored over there. Almost all this stuff, even though it's on the shelves and it looks nice here, I don't want to keep it there. I want it to all be condensed into one area because I know myself. Things will get out of hand rather quickly if I'm allowed to use this entire area here and use the entire other half of the basement for my crap. And honestly, it's my house. I could do whatever I want, but that is what I want. Not to be surrounded by so much crap. So that's the idea for this little area. Still need to figure out what to do with the rest. There is just so much freaking room in here that I'm not used to it. So one of the perks of working where I do is that they often get rid of office furniture, and they pay a company to come in and take it, and that company then just turns around and sells it. Well, that's great for them, but that's kind of like wasteful, right? You're paying somebody money to take away this stuff that is still usable. And I don't know, basically the unspoken rule is if it is already definitely going to go away, it is free game. So I have access to a couple of really heavy duty tabletops, and they are, what are they, probably like 2-inch thick, 3 feet deep by 6 feet wide. One of them's 8 feet, I think, and solid wood. I mean, super heavy, really, really heavy duty things. I'd like to put one of those along with the heavy duty metal frame that it comes with over here. Depending on how many I get, maybe another one over there, maybe not. Yeah, I don't really know. Maybe this will also become like a little game room. But then if I turn around and go behind me, that could also be a game room. So I don't know. But that's the idea. Get some storage, get a table, clean up some of this stuff, get it on my storage shelves, get some flooring in here, and this will be a nice little workshop. I'll set the iMac up and eventually maybe do some live streams down here when I have something interesting to look at. So yeah, that's the idea for this computer mess room. And let's see, I want to say I'll breeze through the rest of this, but I probably won't, so my apologies. Turn on these two lights. we go to the other half of the basement, which is absolutely massive. This room here is maybe a sixth of the basement footprint. So then there's a hallway here. I'll turn this dehumidifier off for right now. There it is. I've got another full bathroom in here. This is the second bathroom. And my goodness, is it ever a choice in colors and design. Matching appliances, matching trim. So everything is like pink. And the floor, I mean, it looks really dingy now. It's such an outdated bathroom, but it is so cool looking. 100% pink toilet. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Pink sink. But the coolest thing of all, which I will probably never actually use, is this. My pink jacuzzi tub. Yeah, and this thing works. I filled it with water. I'm not gonna turn it on now because there's no water in it, but yeah, I filled it all the way up with water. I turned on the dial right here, and it did jacuzzi things. It actually freaking worked. So, really cool that it's here. I don't think I'll ever use it, but definitely a conversation piece when I have people over and they, look at the basement or something. Yeah, I have a jacuzzi tub. So there's that. Now all the walls down here, oops. Oh, that's such a loud door. Yeah, this entire area down here is, or was, finished at one point. So it's got drywall, it's got some kind of, I don't know if this is wallpaper. I feel like it is that, well, the same thing as this, but just a different pattern. So stuff you like nail on. It's not real wood, it's just a veneer of some kind. So yeah, this is a whole freaking room, and I don't know what to do with it. I have some ideas, but I'm really not sure. So yeah, the only wall, I don't know why they've taken down the covering on that wall, but that needs to be kind of repaired. That wall is the only thing that I really need to finish up before I would do something like painting all of this and making it look not so dingy and gross. But it's a whole room. Let's see, how big is this room? So that's 6 feet, 3 times, it's probably like a 20 by 20 room-ish, something like that. It's got a full gas fireplace. I don't know why. It's here. I don't know if it works. I'm kind of afraid to turn it on, but I have a gas fireplace. There's my access panel, and by the way, in this house, the street, actually, let me backtrack. I have fiber optic internet here, which is awesome. And in the city that I'm living in, it's only one of 2 districts, which is like, I don't know, something 6 to 10 blocks wide. Only one of 2 in the entire town that has access to this. And my street is right on the edge of it. Like, people across the street, they don't have it. I do. So that's really cool. Right now I've got 500 over 500 internet, with the ability, if I wanted it and could utilize it, to go up to 2 gig both ways, up and down. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, the plan for this room for now, because this is kind of my another time project, kind of, when I have some more money and some energy left, maybe I'll do something with this room. My idea is to make this into a home theater. And the only struggle with doing that is the placement of things, but I think I can make it work. So if I back up a little bit here, this thing is kind of in the way. There's a support beam that goes up and down, up to support the house, and it's actually only like, I don't know, 2 inch in diameter. So this is really much more of a surround than it needs to be. So I could build something a lot smaller and shrink that down and give myself a little bit more room there. And yeah, there's only a couple ways things can be set up here. And I think the idea will be put like a love seat or a couch across here. Now the problem is this is only about 6 feet wide, so I'd have to get something small. But if I got something small, I could also put something small here and have it, you know, there to there. That's about 8 feet maybe. And I could potentially also put something over in that corner. But I think my idea would be, if I do some kind of home theater setup, this will be a combination, like, that's where all the AV stuff will go, all the controls, because if you remember from when we were in the very dark laundry room over there, this wall is the one that you could see. And on the other side of that, it's just the other side of the wall where the laundry room is. So I could poke a hole through there and have access to literally everything. It would make it very easy to run wires. So that could be kind of the main control center for any of the AV equipment, perhaps. I don't know. There's also so much room down here. I could, even though I would probably never use it, but it would be nice to have like a dry bar. I could even do a wet bar because there's plumbing right there. And technically, if I wanted, which I think this is getting a little too involved at this point, but there is, for some reason, a gas line. It's closed right now. It's kind of a pain. This is just like a cupboard, but there's also a gas line behind that door. I don't know why. I have no idea, but yeah, I could put something that needs gas down here, I guess. I don't really know what my plan would be there. So anyway, yeah, last thing about the home theater potentially setup, I would paint that wall black. I would put a cover over that window, just a curtain, nothing like permanent. And somewhere over here, I don't really know how, but I would mount a projector from the ceiling and have it aim over there. Yeah, now that I'm saying that, I don't really know how that would work, but I'll figure something out. That's another perk of working where I do work, is that I get all the cast-off electronics before they go to recycling. If there's something I want, and the, again, unspoken rule is that I'm not going to just turn around and sell it, I can pretty much take whatever I want and utilize it if I'm going to actually put it to good use. So I could get a projector from there. I've got a Denon AV receiver, which is pretty cool. We do occasionally get rid of TVs, but I don't think I'll need that. Yeah, anyway, I think I'm gonna end this video here. This has been a tour of my basement, not my entire house. And once I get the house a little bit more set up, I think I will do a full tour. But yeah, just wanted to talk about that because I haven't made an update video in a while, and now that I have my own place and I can yell as much as I want, I can do that anytime I want. So yeah, that is it for now. I will, I just wanted to really document this before I started making any big changes. And when I do start making some changes or get some stuff set up, I will make another update video and show what I'm doing. So thank you all very much for watching. There are lots of changes to come, so hang in there, and I will see you in the next video.